My name is David J. Harris Jr. Join me and millions of Americans around the country as we embrace liberty and freedom. This is the David J. Harris Jr. Show. Friends, last year, over 5 million citizens decided to join the Second Amendment family, and I want each and every one of them to pick up a holster from our friends at We the People Holsters. Starting at just $40, We the People Holsters are custom molded to fit your exact firearm for a quick, smooth draw. They have thousands of options to choose from, plus a selection of custom printed holsters, including a line with real tree camouflage. While you're there, check out their complete line of patriotic shirts and new EDC tactical gun belt, which comes with their exclusive Talon buckle, which is manufactured 100% in the United States. Every holster and gun belt comes with a lifetime guarantee. If it's not a perfect fit, send it back for a full refund. Oh, and don't forget to pick up some bags of their mouth-watering bacon jerky. Yes, you heard that correct, bacon jerky. So show your support for this show and this great American company. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris right now. Get an additional $10 off with your offer code Harris10. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris today. Hello, friends and family from around the country and literally around the world. This is another episode with your host, David J. Harris Jr. And today, friends, I have the pleasure of having a good friend of mine on the show. He's probably one of the most, if not the most patriotic individuals in our country right now that is still fighting for the truth over 2020. And he's definitely been the most canceled. He has been canceled by everybody left and right. It's just crazy to me how many of these corporations come out and show who they really politically align with. And instead of aligning with patriots that build their business, that are the American dream, instead of aligning with them, well, they align with the politics of today. And friends, it's pretty disgusting. So make sure you pick up your mug. Don't blame me. I voted for Trump or the best we ever had. And we believe he's coming back. And my good friend, Mike Lindell, is here to share that right now. Without further ado, Mike, my brother, how are you doing today? In no man's land, you're always in an undisclosed location. How are you doing?
Actually, I'm doing great. We're getting closer to the end here. It's going to be amazing, everybody. And I just came off a an awesome week, and we're coming into the our anniversary of the July 4th of our independence, and I'm going to make a great announcement that day. We'll get into it in a little bit, but yeah, I know it's been a great week because it's all coming together, the plan, and it's all laid out now to bring this election down and get our great President Donald Trump back in.
Well, that is the goal. That is my hope. I know that is the hope of millions, at least 80 million Americans out there.
It's the hope of 200 million Americans.
Yeah, well, whether they know it or not yet, I think it is the hope, because if Trump is not back in, and if we have to endure another 3.5 years, dang near, of this current administration, I don't think we'll have a country left. I really don't.
No, we won't.
Really quick, I want to say happy birthday to you. You just had a birthday. I want to show everybody that beautiful picture that you have behind you, and maybe share what that picture, why it means so much, why you have it right behind you. I'm going to go full screen so everybody can see it. Oh, wrong one. Beautiful picture. I love it. What was special? Really quick, what was special about your birthday this year?
Well, what's special about my birthday is I got to see my nieces and nephews. It was funny. My 8-year-old niece, she says, "You know, you look like you're." I said, I told her my age was, I don't know. I said it was like 6 or something. She goes, "No, you're 60, but you look like you're 40, but you act like you're 10." I just had so much fun with them, and it was just, it was a blessing being with family. I was with all my siblings too, and I've been over the last 5 months. That's been a rarity for me because I've been every single day from morning till night, every day. And when I say morning, I'm talking 6 a.m. to sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's all been about this 2020 election. It's all been about the evidence I have, which we can talk about. It's all been about saving this country. And that's every single person, not just a Republican or a Trump supporter. This is all of us, what's happened to our country. And So that's been my focus. And I've had to, not just because being so busy, but because the attacks have come, the death threats have come, and the dangers out there. Every time now that I've announced this cyber symposium, it just went up again. Everything went up again. It's like it goes in waves. So it was a blessing to be with my family, and it was a different birthday that I actually, I don't look forward to birthdays, but I was, because of just being with family.
Friends, last year, over 5 million citizens decided to join the Second Amendment family, and I want each and every one of them to pick up a holster from our friends at We the People Holsters. Starting at just $40, We the People Holsters are custom molded to fit your exact firearm for a quick, smooth draw. They have thousands of options to choose from, plus a selection of custom printed holsters, including a line with real tree camouflage. While you're there, check out their complete line of patriotic shirts and new EDC tactical gun belt, which comes with their exclusive Talon buckle, which is manufactured 100% in the United States. Every holster and gun belt comes with a lifetime guarantee. If it's not a perfect fit, send it back for a full refund. Oh, and don't forget to pick up some bags of their mouth-watering bacon jerky. Yes, you heard that correct, bacon jerky. So show your support for this show and this great American company. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris right now. Get an additional $10 off with your offer code Harris10. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris today. Well, it's always a blessing to get to do that. I love that about you. You're a family man. You're a patriot. You love Jesus. You're what makes this country great. I believe you're exactly the embodiment of the true American dream, the story of overcoming so much adversity, addiction, and then literally having one of the most successful companies in the United States, American-made companies. I love it. I love you. I love your products. Love what you stand for, and so glad that you had a good birthday. A day actually before mine. Your birthday is a day before my birthday. I celebrated mine this last weekend as well, and same thing for me. Got to really enjoy time with all my family. It was kind of the first time that all of us had gotten together. So, all right, I'm going to get into what I think so many people want to know about. We're going to get into the Dominion lawsuits. And then we're also going to get into, ultimately, we want to get into what so many of us want to know is there truly a way that we could see Trump reinstated as the president of the United States? But before I get to that, let's get over to these lawsuits. We've got Dominion that's suing you.
I want to quick put into, it was very good when I came back. I was able to see I have 2,500 employees, everybody. I want to say this first, because Dominion did come after MyPillow too. We're going to talk about in a minute. They sued MyPillow. 2,500 families that are all walks of life, both Democrats and Republicans. They have families that rely on their jobs, which are careers at MyPillow. I mean, we were there to make masks for the country. We were there for every single thing that happens, it seems like, out there, from the floods to the hurricanes and all these things. These guys have worked hard, and here they've been nothing but attacked by the cancel culture, all these big box stores, Costco. I'm finding out now all these hidden ones that just didn't put in orders. They didn't cancel us. They just never ordered again, David. So the product is up and up. But I want to thank each and every one of you out there. What we've had to do is shift MyPillow a whole paradigm from, we have paperweights that used to make box store stuff that, the boxes that put in the Bible verses, stuff, specialized machines for that. And I put a Bible verse in every single pillow. And these machines now, they're paperweights because we hardly have any of the box stores left. But everybody has reacted, like podcasts like yours, to reach out directly and pass the savings directly on to the people. Everybody's reacted. So I haven't had to lay anybody off. So all my employees said to make sure I thank especially your audience. And we've got specials that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get them on TV and stuff. We have 110 products. You can use your promo code. What are you using, David? What are you using?
Trump 2020, baby. I tell everybody it's not over.
There you go. Okay, Trump 2020.
It is not over.
And everybody, you can save up to 66%, but you can get like towels for $39.99 or 6-pack sets. You can get sheets as low as $49.99. I mean, these are great savings. I just want to put that in there to help not only David, but I want to help to help MyPillow. and my employees. And everyone asks, how can I help? How can I help? That's the best way you can right now, because we've been able, your support, I've been able to at least not have to have the worry of losing my employees, and these guys losing their jobs. And that would just been another worry I had. So now to get right into it, everybody. Dominion. We can say it, right?
Yes.
Dominion. Well,
yes.
It's a blessing. When I went on Jimmy Kimmel, it's still up on YouTube. God bless that platform that day is that we were able to go up there and it was able to hold off his attacks, where this is up on YouTube for the whole world to see, where I was able to say China attacking us through the Dominion and Smartmatic machines, and it's still up there. But as we all know, they've tried to suppress our right to free speech. They've canceled people, suck a buck on Facebook, everything. Yeah. Let's start with Dominion's lawsuit against MyPillow and Mike Lindell, Sidney Powell, Rudy Giuliani, Fox, Eric Metaxas, all these people. Newsmax doesn't have one, everybody. Why? Because they were cowards, and they said there was no fraud. Will you drop our lawsuit? So they dropped it. Crazy. We'll get to that too, and tell how shame on Fox when we're done here. Okay, so anyway, we went to court last week, and I'm out in D.C., and there's a big old bouquet of microphones, and this lady from ABC, she was the mouthiest one. She kept asking all the questions, and she's going, Mike, you're getting, the lawsuit today. What do you think? I said, I'm here to tell you about my cyber symposium. I have all the packet captures of the whole election. This election's coming down, and Donald Trump's coming back in by August, September at the latest. And she goes, and she looks at me, she goes, you've been telling us about this evidence for months. How come you won't show anything? And I said, lady, I have personally, all you guys have my number. I've given you all the evidence, or a lot of it. I give you pieces of it. You never tell the public about it. No. You lie, and say, Mike Lindell, conspiracy theory. He came out with absolute proof. Nobody talked about it. Nobody discredited it. They just didn't talk about it. Then I came out with scientific proof. They didn't discredit it. They just didn't talk about it. Then I came out with absolute interference. They didn't discredit it. They just didn't talk about it. And then I came out with frankspeech.com, this whole platform. They didn't talk about that. They tried to bash it. At least we got the word out through Jimmy. He said he watched 17 hours of it. God bless you, Jimmy Kimmel.
Wow.
I mean, but there's millions of people watching that, so we're getting the word out.
Yes.
But this lady from ABC is saying this. I said, did you watch Absolutely 9-0? And none of them journalists had watched it. None of them in front of me. I said, did any one of you guys watch it? And so the one guy goes, Mike, I'm just the cameraman. I'm going, okay. Well, this gal was a journalist, the one mouthing off from ABC. And there were some of them, it was mixed. Some were just cameramen. I said, shame on you all. You come here to this Dominion lawsuit when Alan Dershowitz said it's the most important case in U.S. history for our First Amendment right to free speech, and you don't even bother and watch the Absolutely 9-0, the evidence against this. It's shameful. And then I looked at, I said, all of you, not only do you not talk, or you talk about it, or then I thanked them. You guys, you'll love this. I said, I want to personally thank your ABCs and your Politicos, your Daily Beast, your Business Insider, all this terrible, terrible news outlets, even the Washington Post and New York Times, because once in a while they pile on me. I said, I want to thank you all. If it wouldn't have been for them, nobody in this world would have known about the evidence I had. And that's a fact, because people like you, Dave, when I came on your show and come on your show, they limited us to our reach. Okay.
Yes, they do.
But these other left wing, these crazy outlets that attack, as long as they attack me, I don't care how bad they attack, as long as I can say Dominion, 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 China attacked us, China attacked us, China attacked us, because the word finally got out. Do you agree? And here's what I told the lady. Do you agree, lady, that everyone in this country probably knows I have something? And she goes, yeah. And they all know I have something, David.
Yeah.
They might not agree with it or might not have looked at it. And I said, anyway, so we're going to have a cyber symposium. And I told her, and I will tell you about that in a minute. Well, then I kept looking over. I'm going, I said, what we have here in this courtroom is this most important case. And I said, shame on Fox. Shame on Fox. They don't talk. They don't know anything about anything. And the guy finally said, Mike, I'm just the cameraman. And I said, you know what? You tell your bosses, shame on Fox.
Yeah.
Shame on Fox, shame on Fox, shame on Fox. And this is going to come up again, everybody. And anyone that's watching Fox, you need to send letters to them and stuff. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I want to tell you about what happened that day in court. We get in there, the Dominion owners or his presidents, whoever, are looking over at me. It was like looks I used to get in the mafia days when I didn't owe the money for football. Hey, we're coming for you. I mean, there was one crazy nut job outside yelling. I find out he's sitting. There's like two sides. You got the Dominion side, and then everybody else over here. Well, he was sitting on that side, and this guy was they did escort him from the place. I don't know if he was with them or he tried to sneak in, but he kept telling me, you're done, and yelling. It was crazy. So these guys are looking at
death threats. What do you feel? What's going through you when you've been getting death threats? And then you see this mobster-looking person that's
it was that. And I go, well, a normal person, when I say a normal person, I say, not that I'm not normal, but I mean, I've been through so many things in my life that maybe gives me the strength to be where I'm at. I just had another one yesterday. We had to call the cops and, there's crazy individuals out there, but the biggest threat is, I think everyone knows now, even the bad people behind all this know that it's too late. The evidence, I have it in multiple locations, the packet captures, and it's too late for them to close the gate. The cows are out of the barn. If something happens to me, believe me, other people are bringing this forward and it's going to come to fruition, but I'll tell you about that in a second. So anyway, and
just to clear things up, Mike, just to clear things up in the wake of John McAfee, you are not suicidal.
Support for this podcast comes from Invent Together. According to studies, less than 13% of all inventors who hold a U.S. patent are women. Black and Hispanic college graduates patent at half the rate of their white counterparts. But we can fix that by increasing participation in innovation and patenting by underrepresented groups. It would quadruple the number of American inventors and increase annual GDP by almost $1 trillion. Invent Together is a coalition of organizations, companies, universities, and concerned citizens committed to ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to invent and patent. Because the more diverse the American patent system gets, the stronger and more successful our nation will become. What can you do to help diverse inventors patent and unleash economic opportunity? Find out at inventtogether.org. Learn more and take action today.
That's correct. Correct.
And more than that, you got angelic protection. We're praying for you. We're believing for you.
Right.
So we know that you're covered. But it's kind of sad and scary at the same time that somebody would have to even acknowledge and say that. John McAfee did.
No, it's when you're talking about every day I find out that this goes so deep. When you got Republicans that are corrupt, that are obstructionists, when you have the Democrat Party over here, whatever they're done, when you have China that's come in, when you have mainstream media and all media that has suppressed this, when you have politicians that don't do their job, when you have all of big tech, you've got Silicon Valley, you've got from Facebook to Apple to Google to Vimeo to YouTube. Yep. And they're all in on it. They're either in on it or they have their own agenda against the people of the United States. So it goes far and wide. So the threats, every day I wake up, if I had to live in fear, that's why for me, I'm doing what God has put me here to do for such a time as this. Yes. And if I don't believe in that, I would be in fear every day. I only fear the Lord that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But I will tell you this judge, back to what this judge did. This case was all of us asking for a dismissal against this frivolous lawsuit that Dominion has done over 200 lawsuits and threats against people that were just poll watchers, some of them. Okay. So they over 200. Okay. You don't do that or we will come for you. We will sue you. All this. Okay. Now we asked the judge for a dismissal. He took it. He hasn't made his ruling yet. Let me tell you, everybody, the importance of this ruling. You really need to listen to it, and you need to pray for that judge. That judge is making one of the most important decisions in United States history, and here's why. If he says these cases can go forward, it's over for our country. It's 1984 because I'll tell you why. Every single thing you would say then, you would either not say it out of fear or you would get sued, a fear of being sued. You follow me? So if I go on TV, I could not say, Fox, shame on you. You're doing this, and they're going to come after me and sue me. If I call it Suckabuck, which even I know how bad he's been and the corruption he's done to me personally, everybody needs to realize everyone I badmouth, they've done something to me personally, or I know 100% they've done something bad. I don't just go out and slander people, okay? I don't do that. I tell the truth. And I will say this, but our First Amendment right of free speech, I have everybody out there doing stuff against me. They're saying big things about me that aren't true. I don't go around suing them because that's their First Amendment right of free speech.
Yes.
And they're even doing it with malice. They're even doing it to attack me, which then does become then you can sue if there's an actual attack, a planned attack to do something that's not right, Let
me ask you this. Is the judge actually looking at any of the information evidence for why you've made your statements against Dominion?
No, okay. Here's the thing. My defense, there was like four different ones brought different things up. There's two things going on there. You got to realize with My Pillow did nothing. My Pillow did nothing, and they got sued. Okay,
yeah, insane.
Okay, they got sued. They got sued for nothing. Okay, then you have Rudy over there saying it didn't. His attorney said it didn't do any damage to them, that they can't show any damage. My thing is they're 100% guilty, and here's the evidence. But that's not what the judge is ruling on here. All he's ruling on, David, is this constitutionally right that they can even sue at all? And you've got to realize that these guys are theoretically government that we paid for those machines.
Yes,
we paid for the taxpayers pay for every single machine, and they've never given us the source code. They won't even give that. They don't give us the source code. That's craziness.
That's unbelievable.
And you know what? Those machines we finally got the bottom between 5,000 and 6,000 a piece. But here's the thing. Then you have this maintenance contract. And it's just the taxpayers are paying for these, not only paying for the machines here, but they're built to steal elections. So anyway, this judge is going to have to make that decision. We all need to pray that he will make the right one. I think there is only one decision he can make because it would set a precedence that would this country be done. The only one, the lawyers it would open up a can of worms of ambulance chiefs and lawyers going, he called you, he said, Zuckerberg? Man, you better sue him. You better sue him there, Mr. Zuckerberg. You better sue Mike Lindell. And then I get sued. So then I got to sit here and go, let's mediate. The lawyers go, if you pay $100,000, we'll let you off the hook. This is what's wrong in our country in the first place with frivolous lawsuits. This is what goes on every single day with products and stuff. Every single day, people. That's the thing that in the future, when we get our country back, frivolous lawsuits need to go away. Something like a loser pays, and then we need to go after the teachers union. Those are two things that are on my heart. And but that's just a whole nother wing. We get through.
So
this
when is the judge expected to deliver?
We don't know. We don't know. But in the meantime, we don't know. We just pray that he comes back and says, of course you're denied. Get out of here, you Nats. This is crazy that you did this. You did it for a reason to suppress the American people's voices. You did it to scare Fox News. Right. You think Fox is scared? They got sued by Dominion and Smartmatic, and there was a ploy to lay off Lou Dobbs and other good Americans that were speaking out. Fox, shame on you, Fox. I don't know what to think of them anymore. Because if they don't come forward here, what I'm going to tell you in a little bit, then nobody should ever watch them again if they can't start reporting the news. They didn't report Dominion there in the DC. And here's what they didn't report for sure. 2 days ago, everybody, this is a little victory. My Pillow sued Dominion about a month ago.
Yep.
My Pillow sued Dominion, not countersued, for $1.6 billion. Bigger number, right? What they've done to My Pillow. Well, Dominion asked for a 30-day before they'd answer. They asked the judge, can we get 30 days? We didn't even contest that. I said, you know what? Give them their 30 days because the judge will probably give that anyway. So we just said, give it to them. We were nice, give it to them. 30 days went up. Dominion said to the judge they didn't have anything ready. They said, we'd like to stay this until later on. Stay means delay it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason, the jargon in there. Well, the judge got upset, said, I gave you 30 days. Not only do you not get your stay, but I want all your answer by July 6th. You guys have only 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So, he stuck up for us and he went against Dominion. What a concept.
That's good.
What
That's
a great concept.
news.
That is great news, everybody. But you didn't hear it in the news, did you, everybody?
No.
Did Fox tell you that on TV?
No.
Did Fox say, this is news? MyPillow, an American company, sued Dominion, and the judge was upset with Dominion and makes them give them their answer by July 6th. Stay tuned for more details. No, they
Didn't
did.
hear about it.
No, Fox talked about the weather or something else, whatever. Probably Hunter Biden's tax return. Who knows? I don't even know because I don't watch Fox anymore because they won't have me on. They won't talk about the 2020 election. I was just at the rally with our real president in Ohio, everybody.
Yes.
I went to Ohio. Everybody turned out. 40-some thousand people were there.
Yes.
I went into the media. I went through the crowd. I could hardly get through. They're so hopeful of everything we have. I get to the media. You know who I talked to? France, Australia, Sweden, and one other country.
Wow.
The local America's Real Voice, OAN, Our Right Side Broadcasting, and FrankSpeech.com.
None of our major news networks.
Nothing,
No Fox, no
CNN.
ABC, CBS.
No. CNN interviewed me, but they did. CNN interviewed me, but they probably wouldn't play it because I said too many good things. But shame on Fox.
Yeah.
Fox wasn't there. Now, Newsmax did air. I want to give Newsmax a little credit. They actually aired the rally live. They live from 6 o'clock on. Now, whether Chris Ruddy knew that we had a witness, not a witness, but we had a physicist that his name is Dr. Doug Frank that went on. You guys all got to go to frankspeech.com and watch that. He's the one that found the algorithms of the machines, and it proved it without the packet captures I have. He did a demonstration on stage for 15 minutes about the Dominion, about the machines and how they set the algorithms. But of course, Newsmax didn't air that, but maybe they didn't know. I'm going to give them a credit. I got to give credit to Newsmax for actually airing that because the president did say there isn't going to be a 2024 or a 2022. We got to worry about 2020 and bring this election down. And then when he introduced me, the crowd went crazy. They didn't go crazy because I've sold 54 million pillows. They went crazy because they know I got the packet captures and we're bringing down this election.
Yes.
And that's it.
Friends, last year, over 5 million citizens decided to join the Second Amendment family, and I want each and every one of them to pick up a holster from our friends at We the People Holsters. Starting at just $40, We the People Holsters are custom molded to fit your exact firearm for a quick, smooth draw. They have thousands of options to choose from, plus a selection of custom printed holsters, including a line with real tree camouflage. While you're there, check out their complete line of patriotic shirts and new EDC tactical gun belt, which comes with their exclusive Talon buckle, which is manufactured 100% in the United States. Every holster and gun belt comes with a lifetime guarantee. If it's not a perfect fit, send it back for a full refund. Oh, and don't forget to pick up some bags of their mouth-watering bacon jerky. Yes, you heard that correct, bacon jerky. So show your support for this show and this great American company. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris right now. Get an additional $10 off with your offer code Harris10. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Harris today.